Hello YouTubers, you're on the Dark Knight of Steel channel. My name is Frederick Lopez, and today I wanted to do something a bit different than the fan music video tributes. Today I'm going to do a collection video, a Dark Knight of Steel Blu-ray DVD collection update. I did one a couple of years back on this channel, and on my second channel, the Frederick Lopez channel, I do movie reviews, I also have vlogs and short films and other content aside from the fan music videos I make here. And recently I did a My Video Game collection video on my other channel, much like the one I did here a couple of years back. And I decided to share my updated Blu-ray DVD collection video on the Dark Knight of Steel channel, mainly because I wanted to treat the subscribers who have been with me since day one when I just had this channel, and just to give an update to the other video that is on this channel. Anyway, if you want to see the video game collection I have updated, you can check my second channel. And if you want to see the previous collections, such as comics, updated comics, it's on both channels. Anyway, here we go with an updated Blu-ray DVD collection. I just wanted to share some of my movies that I have, and movies that have influenced me not only as a filmmaker, but an editor and just all-around audience member. Okay, so here is a top shelf. I have a Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman Tall Boy of Dr. Pepper, and then continuing the Tall Boys, have one from Terminator Genesis as well as a regular Batman Dr. Pepper. That's nice. And then the 70th anniversary of Casablanca, such a classic film and great quality as well. Continuing the box sets, I have Fast and the Furious Blu-ray collection. This includes the Fast and the Furious to Fast and Furious 7. Then the Bond 50 collection has all the James Bonds. And may Roger Moore rest in peace. Then I have a Toy Story trilogy box set. That's actually a toy box underneath this when you pull it out. Then on the top shelf I have film, actual film from the IMAX of Man of Steel. I got it at the Bob Bullock Museum as a gift, so it's actually him flying, actual IMAX film. You can even see the audio below. It's kind of blurry right now with a DSLR. But maybe I'll do a video on that later. But yeah, actual IMAX film. I need to frame it. And then over here I have different movies. This is just like an overview real quick of the Blu-rays and then CDs and then DVDs and Blu-rays and different comics and stuff I have. And then also some books. Very disorganized. And then Boardwalk Empires and some of my individual films. Okay, so now we're going to go through each individual movie. I'm going to just pull them out and then you can see what I have. So I'm going to start with the Blu-rays first. Starting with Mad Max. Yeah, I have Mad Max on Blu-ray. I love this movie. One of the films that inspired me to be a filmmaker. There's a Shout Factory edition, but I haven't double-dipped. Even though it does have an interview with Mel Gibson, it actually has lower picture quality than this one, so I didn't double-dip. Then this is the first Blu-ray I ever purchased, and it's The Road Warrior. I love this movie. One of the few sequels that's actually better than the original. This is just an all-around fantastic film, and even though Fury Road is a great wonder, I still love this one the best. Afterwards, on my collection is Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. This film shows us that we do not need another hero. We don't need another hero at all. Now this is Mad Max Fury Road. It comes with a little graphic novel excerpt from a 64-page comic from Target. This is an awesome movie. As a Mad Max fan, I was pleased. Here, I haven't got the Shout Factory or the Director's Cut, but here is the RoboCop trilogy. Much better than the 2014 remake. I love the RoboCop trilogy. First one's the best. Then we have ourselves here the Rocky Undisputed collection, Rocky to Rocky Balboa. Great set of films. And here is the recent release of Creed to complete the Rockies. Creed 1, Rocky 7, so to speak. Such a fantastic film. I love Creed. It's my favorite along with Balboa in the original. Then continuing Stallone here, we have The Expendables. Now I see the world through diamond eyes. I love this movie. This just puts a smile on my face. Then The Expendables 2. I got this on discount. It kind of bugs me it doesn't have a slipcase. I might double dip if there's one with a slipcase, but it's a good sequel. Then I have Expendables 3. PG-13, but enjoyable the way that like RoboCop 3 is enjoyable. Then, to go to Schwarzenegger, well, sort of, is director's cut of Terminator Salvation. That includes the director's cut and the theatrical. They're pretty much the same movie. This is a very underappreciated and underrated movie. I liked it. And then, speaking of underrated, this film got a lot of flack, but I personally really enjoyed Terminator Genisys. This is a Best Buy motion cover one, so it's like... I love this movie. I just wish that they were able to make the sequels to it, because it really left a lot hanging. But I enjoyed it more than Terminator Salvation and Terminator 3, and I like those movies. But nothing could beat the first two. Then, for Paramount, this is the recent 40th anniversary director's cut of Saturday Night Fever. Another film that inspired me to be a filmmaker. I love this film. It's one of my favorite films of all time. Brilliant music by the Bee Gees and just performance from John Travolta. John Badham does an amazing job. Then here is like a Walmart edition of Interstellar. I really love Christopher Nolan after the Batman films, Memento, Prestige. This is another wonderfully crafted science fiction film. It's an emotional one. Continuing Christopher Nolan, we have Inception. And then this is not the best movie, but I kind of enjoyed it for what it was, and that's Gangster Squad. Yeah, La La Land's like Ryan Gosling, Emma Stone. They're in Crazy Stupid Love, this and La La Land, so I find that fascinating. But Sean Penn's a standout as a villain. And we have ourselves the Godfather trilogy, Coppola restoration. I love this. Yeah, this is a great remaster of the series. 3's not so good, but the first 2 are the best films ever made. Public Enemies with Johnny Depp. I like this film with Johnny Depp and Christian Bale, another Michael Mann film. Continuing a little bit of Christian Bale, we have American Hustle. I like this movie. It's from the director of Silver Linings Playbook, The Fighter, and I Heart Huckabees, and I really like it. I love this movie. Christian Bale's hilarious. Then to continue Bond, I have Skyfall put into the Bond 50 set, but here is Spectre. Very underrated movie that I actually really enjoy. I don't know why this movie gets a lot of flack. I really highly enjoyed Spectre. Both movies suffer a bad third act as far as Skyfall and Spectre go. Then we have over here Knowing. Actually, not a bad Nicolas Cage film. And it's a better End of the World movie than 2012. In a way, it's like every destruction movie meets Signs. Alex Proyas directed it. He did The Crow and Dark City. Next is Flight, directed by Robert Zemeckis. Denzel Washington's in it. He gives a brilliant performance. I really like this drama. Yeah, it's a very good film. Then to continue Summit Entertainment, we have John Wick, Baba Yaga. I love this movie. This movie's badass. This is awesome. And then I have Hacksaw Ridge. Such a fantastic film directed by Mel Gibson. And Andrew Garfield gives a great performance. And I can't believe it's a true story, and I just barely heard about this man. Desmond Doss is a real hero. And another one of my favorite films of the past 5 years is The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Charlie was me in high school practically. Like this film gets to my heartstrings. Plus, I have a crush on Emma Watson. This movie's just perfect. And I have About Time. I actually like this movie quite a lot. It's one of the few romance movies I like, and it deals with time travel, and just the scenes with him and his father are just great. This is a heartfelt film from the director of Four Weddings at a Funeral in Notting Hill. Then we kind of go on to Universal with The Purge. Very, very crazy movie. Yeah, I'm worried this is becoming the United States of America now. And then we have ourselves The Purge Anarchy. I actually like this the best out of the trilogy. Such a great sequel. And yeah, the main actor in this, he played Crossbones in Captain America. He's like the Punisher in this. Then we have The Purge Election Year. Not as good as the first two, but still pretty solid on its own. It wouldn't be bad if they ended it here. Who knows? I'm not going to watch this film for a while. It still goes too close to home to me. Then we have Straight Outta Compton, my favorite film of 2015. I love this movie. Even if it's a little bit inaccurate at sometimes, I love it. It's such a great movie. Then we have the unrated version of Ted. This is a funny movie. This and like Zoolander are my favorite comedies of the 21st century, along with probably Anchorman. Then there's an underrated movie by Jon Favreau called Cowboys and Aliens. I mean, it has James Bond and Indiana Jones. The last time he got that was Last Crusade, so yeah. Blending of genres, not a bad movie at all. Then we have my favorite Disney film from the past decade is Tron Legacy. I wish they made another one. I can't believe they canceled Tron 3. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I'd rather have a Tron 3 than Maleficent 2. Maleficent was horrible. This is awesome. I love this movie. Then the original Tale as Old as Time, Beauty and the Beast. One of my favorite cartoons. Then we have The Lion King. I grew up with this movie, and it's probably the most violent G movie I've ever seen in my life. It's just awesome. Next here we have Highlander. I love Highlander. There can be only one. And this 30th anniversary remaster is just a threat to the eye. It's spectacular. I love it. And you get interviews with the director and Christopher Lambert. And then I actually have Highlander 2. It's horrible, but it's better than The Quickening. It's like the Renegade Producer's Cut. But the documentary about the making of this film is in fact better than the movie itself. And it's just nice seeing Sean Connery and Christopher Lambert just like shit talk this movie. Then we have The Mummy. I love the first Brendan Fraser Mummy, remake of the Boris Karloff 30s film. And then we have ourselves The Mummy Returns. Then Mortal Kombat, to continue Christopher Lambert. Awesome movie, probably the best video game adaptation ever. Its sequel's not as good, but it's still enjoyable, and that's Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Pretty much destroy all expectations of it being as good as the first. Not bad. And then we have one of my favorite films of the 90s, Speed. Dun 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 dun. Then here we have The Matrix Digibook 10-year anniversary. Great film. And then here is a double feature of The Matrix Reloaded and Matrix Revolutions. Not as good as the first, but they're enjoyable for what they are. Then the Die Hard collection, Die Hard, To Live Free, or Die Hard. Not bad. The original and With a Vengeance are my favorites. Then we have the cult classic Donnie Darko. I love this movie. And then we have Arnold Schwarzenegger's Predator. Ho 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 ho. Another great film by John McTiernan, director of Die Hard and Last Action Hero. Then we have ourselves here the Austin Powers trilogy, very funny trilogy. Probably my favorite comedy trilogy with the Naked Gun series. Then we have the Ninja Turtles trilogy. I actually like 1 and 3 the best, but the first one's awesome. And then we have the Lost Boys trilogy. The original always will be the Lost Boys. The other two are, I guess, okay. The second one's not so good, but The Thirst is awesome. 1 and 3 are my favorites out of these. And then to continue vampires, we have Interview with a Vampire, the film that got me into vampires. I love this movie. Great adaptation of Anne Rice's novel from the Vampire Chronicles. Not so great, but enjoyable on its own as Queen of the Damned. The soundtrack to this is amazing. I think of Down with the Sickness by Disturbed. Oh, and then Changing the House of Flies by Deftones. And here is one of the best graphic novel comic book adaptations is Brandon Lee's The Crow. I love this film. This is one of my favorite comic book-based films. And rated R, much earlier than the other films. Precursor to like Sin City and Dark Knight and stuff. I love this film. This is an awesome film with an amazing soundtrack, amazing performances. Just everything about this film is just perfect. Then we have ourselves Batman Under the Red Hood, one of my favorite Batman animated films. And then we have ourselves here V for Vendetta. Remember the 5th of November. This could also be our future. Then Superman the movie. Probably my favorite Superman film, actually. I love the first Christopher Reeve film directed by Richard Donner. Speaking of Richard Donner, I also have the Richard Donner cut of Superman 2. Such an underrated and really far superior cut of the film. Then Justice League Doom, based on Tower of Babel. Not a bad film. Here are 2 steelbooks of Batman, The Dark Knight Returns. It's an awesome movie. And then I have a steelbook of Batman, The Killing Joke. An okay movie that kind of let me down a bit, but overall by itself, if you just ignore the first 30 minutes of the film, it's a pretty close adaptation, but if you want the full experience, read the graphic novel. And then we have ourselves Man of Steel. I love this movie. So action-packed. That opening of Krypton's awesome, and the music. And then we have the Ultimate Edition of Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. The Ultimate Edition is so much better. I look forward to seeing how Wonder Woman's going to be this summer in cinemas. But yeah, the Holy Trinity. I like the Ultimate version better, but you know, this film gets a lot of flack, and it's not the worst Batman Superman film ever. It's very, very underrated. I think it'll get better love in the future. And then I have this weird like digibook edition from Target of Suicide Squad. It's like motion, that. So, it's kind of interesting. Down here are the Mission Impossible trilogy. This is just kind of like bare bones, but it's not bad for the price. I got it for all three of the original trilogy. And then I have Ghost Protocol. And then probably my second favorite under the first would be Rogue Nation. I love Rogue Nation. It comes with a little book from Target. Overall, it's not bad. It's a behind-the-scenes book, and it's a great film. Continuing Tom Cruise would be Oblivion. Joseph Krasinski did this, director of Tron Legacy. I love this movie. I kind of like it a little bit better than Edge of Tomorrow, but Edge of Tomorrow and this are really good science fiction films. I love this film. Then we have ourselves Gluten, Gleben, Globen, Globen, Rock of Ages. Awesome, awesome movie for a fan of musicals and rock music in the 80s. I love this film. Then we have ourselves here Edge of Tomorrow, aka Live, Die, Repeat. Such a great film. Tom Cruise really plays against type in this, and I like it. Then I have a film that I didn't like initially, but it grew on me, and that is Vanilla Sky, which includes the alternate ending. Such a melancholy film that's very underrated. The sweet and the sour. Then we have ourselves here The Last Samurai. Very, very underrated performance by Tom Cruise where he just disappears. I love this movie. Another Michael Mann classic is Collateral. This movie is awesome. Jamie Foxx gives a great performance. Nominated for a supporting actor for this. I love the style and everything about this movie. Early digital film as well. Continuing Michael Mann would be Heat. Pacino and De Niro in the same film face to face for the first time. Face to Face for the first time, along with Val Kilmer. Great 90s crime film by Michael Mann. Then I have the theatrical extended version as well of The Town, directed by Ben Affleck. I love this film. Very underrated. In fact, one of his most underrated films he's directed, I feel. It's strange because after he did this, I was like, he should do Batman. And it's weird because he's Batman. Then one of my favorite films of this decade is Drive. I love everything about this movie. Yeah. There's La La Land and stuff, but Ryan Gosling, my favorite movie, my favorite Nicholas Wright and Refn movie is Drive. I love this movie. The style, just everything about this movie is a real human being. Gladiator. Such a great movie. Sapphire series. And I also have Braveheart among the epics. Freedom! Speaking of freedom, The Patriot extended cut with Mel Gibson. Directed by Roland Emmerich, who did Independence Day. And then I have Passion of the Christ, probably my favorite Mel Gibson film, and among one of my favorite films. Such a powerful film. And then, continuing Fox, is Kingdom of Heaven Director's Cut. Far superior than the theatrical, which are both wonderful, but this is just an amazing film. Probably my favorite Ridley Scott film. And then the movie that finally got Leo an Oscar, The Revenant. Such a great film. Alejandro Inarritu, such a talented filmmaker. I have that with a little bit of a DiCaprio on Blu-ray, and that's with Titanic, James Cameron film, and also Martin Scorsese's Gangs of New York. I love this movie. Daniel Day-Lewis as the Butcher. Then we'll get to Jason Bourne here. So here with the Bourne series, it's the Ultimate Collection, includes all of them, including Bourne Legacy, which I wish it just had the Matt Damon films, but hey, if it's included for the price of all four, not bad. Personally, I like the first one the best, but I don't know. For me, the second one's the strongest. I like 1, 2, and the last one the best. Then we have the Jurassic Park Ultimate Trilogy. Yeah. There's Jurassic World, but I didn't care for that one. Then we have ourselves here The Complete Adventures of Indiana Jones. Great format. The first three look better than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull on this, but not a bad set with a lot of special features. Then for a film series that's about 40 years old now is Star Wars The Complete Saga. They did some changes, but hey, it's all 6 films in one box set. Then I have Rogue One. I absolutely love Star Wars Rogue One. Then is Star Wars The Force Awakens. Not a bad box set, and then if you look under, it has like the theatrical poster, so it's not bad. And then I actually used to have the first 2 Star Treks, but I won a thing on Paramount and had a fan video as far as what a Star Trek mean to me, and they mailed me a t-shirt and the Star Trek compendium set with the first 2, and it has Into Darkness and its IMAX set. So yeah, thank you, Paramount. Then I have Star Trek Beyond, probably my second favorite of the Chris Pines. And then we have ourselves here Star Trek Stardate Collection, which includes both the original film series and Next Generation with bonus features. This is an awesome set. If you don't have any of the films, I love this. Then, in space, no one can hear scream with the Alien Anthology. I love this box set. Includes both the theatrical and special editions, and Mother Mode basically allows you to binge watch it straight through. Then, with Alien is Prometheus. Not too bad. And then, a guilty pleasure would be G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra. I actually kind of enjoyed this film from the director of The Mummy. And then what's even better, more like the cartoon, is G.I. Joe Retaliation. I love this movie. Yeah. Not bad. Okay, so over here I'm running out of room, but I have the X-Men series. So we have X-Men Icons Pack. I had these on DVD, but after Logan decided to repurchase them for a cheap price. Cons, they don't have disc 2, but pros, you have the movie. Then there's like a Nightcrawler cover. Not bad. And then we have ourselves X-Men The Last Stand. Has a cover of Storm. I can live with this movie after Days of Future Past. Then we have ourselves X-Men First Class. Have the Magneto cover. I like this movie. Then we have X-Men Days of Future Past. One of my favorites. Then we have X-Men Apocalypse. I actually like this movie despite its flaws. I sold X-Men Origins Wolverine since my last video because of continuity errors and just quality, so I just have The Wolverine by James Mangold, which is a much better Wolverine movie than the Origins film, I feel. And then the recent release and just masterpiece, that is Logan. I love this movie. My top 5 comic book superhero films. This just transcends comic books and goes to a great film, much like the Dark Knight trilogy. This might be better than Dark Knight, it might be better than Dark Knight. I love this movie. Hell of a way for Hugh Jackman to end his career as Wolverine. Then over here we have Deadpool, such a great film with Ryan Reynolds. I love this movie. To continue 20th Century Fox, I have Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Probably my favorite with the original Planet of the Apes and Beneath the Planet of the Apes. Then we have ourselves here, Birdman. Alejandro Inarritu won Best Picture, Best Director. Wish Michael Keaton got the award, but it's a very, very good film. I know I should cover these up, but here's Resident Evil Afterlife in a Steelbook. I like the Wesker scene, and yeah, life's short, so. Continuing video games in Sony, I have Final Fantasy VII Advent Children complete. Better than Spirits Within. Oh my god, this film was amazing. That final fight with One-Winged Angel. I have a double feature of The Da Vinci Code and Angels and Demons with Tom Hanks. Directed by Ron Howard, along with the 3rd installment of Inferno. Wasn't as good as the first 2, but I don't see where all the flack is. I kind of enjoyed this movie. Then we have the wonderfully crafted Mask of Zorro by Martin Campbell. Such a good film. Such a good film as well as Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I love this movie. And then we're going to kind of switch it up a bit here. There's no formula, no order to things here, but Something About Mary. Funny comedy. Then we have Charlie's Angels. Guilty pleasure of mine, but I enjoy this first one. Godzilla. I love this movie. And then I have The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus, the last film of Heath Ledger. Very, very good film by Terry Gilliam. Then Tombstone, I'll Be Your Huckleberry. Classic 90s Western. Then is Schwarzenegger's Total Recall. Such a great film. Paul Verhoeven, director of RoboCop. Then here is American Psycho. Do you like Huey Lewis in the News? Terrific performance by Christian Bale. Has the unrated version, so it's pretty much NC-17. I like this film a lot. Then to continue Christian Bale is The Prestige. Very underrated Christopher Nolan film. Hugh Jackman, Scarlett Johansson, Michael Caine, etc., etc. And a cool cameo by David Bowie as Nicholas Tesla. Then I have Halloween by John Carpenter. And I love 4 and 5, but I just have the Jamie Lee Curtis, Laurie Strode saga. And then Halloween 2, Shout Factory, includes a TV version and reversible covers. Good release. And then Halloween H2O, probably my favorite along with the first. I love this film. Yeah, 7th installments of horror series like this and New Nightmare really bring it. Then here is going to be a 4-pack of From Dusk Till Dawn, the trilogy. First film, 2 straight to VHS, and then Full Tilt Boogie documentary. Overall, not bad, but I got this because I'm a fan of From Dusk Till Dawn, the TV show. I have all the seasons, so here's Season 1, Santanico Pandemonium, Eiza Gonzalez. Good modernization and follow-up to the film. Then, From Dusk Till Dawn, Season 2. Good, I like Season 1 just a little bit better. And then, what's up there with Season 1 is From Dusk Till Dawn, Season 3, which most likely looks like it might be the last one, so we'll see. This one's awesome. I don't like how weak they made Santanico, but it's cool seeing the Gecko's brother take names and kick butt. Then, for Robert Rodriguez, we have Grindhouse, which includes Planet Terror and Death Proof by Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino. And then an underrated superhero film from the 90s by Russell McKay, director of Highlander, is The Shadow. Do you know what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The Shadow knows. I love this movie. Among one of my favorites. And then for box set of magic, we have an 8-film collection of Harry Potter, the complete Harry Potter collection. Moving on from that is the extended edition trilogy of Lord of the Rings on Blu-ray. Holy shit, is this long? Not only in the film length, but the making is crazy. It took me 2 weeks to complete it, but it's a great box set. Then for Batman, I have Batman Beyond Season 1, which isn't bad. And then Batman Beyond Season 2. I didn't like the show when it first came out, but it grew on me, and it's actually really, really ahead of its time. Batman Beyond Season 3. I love the little holographic covers. And then what I grew up with is Batman the Animated Series. I love this. The greatest Batman incarnation, greatest animated show. It's Volume 1. A little damaged here and there. And then Volume 2. I love this. I need to dust this. My room gets really dusty. Volume 3. And then we have ourselves here Volume 4, which is the New Adventures. Not bad. And then here is Justice League, the complete series. I love this. This is such an amazing, well-crafted show. Includes all the seasons of Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. Yeah, this show's awesome. Then I have the Dark Knight trilogy, my favorite Batman trilogy. I love all 3 films. It's the greatest trilogy ever made besides Star Wars original trilogy. Then we have here the Batman anthology, which includes Tim Burton's to Joel Schumacher's Batman films. Not bad. Then we have Batman Beyond Return of the Joker, the uncut version. I love this version. And then World's Finest, compilating to the Batman Superman film. I actually like this better than BVS, believe it or not. And then another great duo is Superman Batman Public Enemies. Such an action-packed film with Tim Daly, Kevin Conroy, Clancy Brown reprising their voices. And then we have Mask of the Phantasm and Sub-Zero. I got this at Best Buy for free when I bought Arkham Asylum back in 2009. Great set of films. Then over here we have Batman Year One. Then we have, I got this for 99 cents at Hastings, previously viewed, Green Lantern. It was okay for what it was, could have been so much more. I actually really love the Keanu Reeves Constantine, it's such an awesome movie. Passive by Perfect Circle's in it. Then we have Guillermo del Toro's original Hellboy. I love this film. The first one's the best one. And then I got 2 versions of Daredevil. One's the director's cut, R-rated director's cut that's really far superior in a different film. But I also have a soft spot and enjoy Daredevil from 2003, the theatrical version. I like both versions. Then I have The Punisher starring Thomas Jane and John Travolta. Even though it's not exactly like the comics, I actually really enjoy this film and it's really faithful in my eyes. More so than this next film, which, even though it's like the Max series comics, is a little bit campy, but it's good. It's like a dark rated R Batman Forever. It's Punisher Warzone. Not the best Punisher film, but if you like action and guts and just a good time, then this is it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Name's Jigsaw. And then an awesome film called Bloodfather with Mel Gibson. One of the best films last year that wasn't really widely released. Then we have I Am Legend. Includes both the theatrical and unrated. Then we have ourselves Underworld. First one, Underworld Evolution, probably my favorite of the series. Underworld Rise of the Lycans. Underworld Awakening. And then we have Underworld Blood Wars. Then we have Resident Evil 1. Actually not a bad film, even though it's not like the game entirely. And then we have Resident Evil Apocalypse. Silent Hill, among one of my other favorite video game adaptations. And then I have Sweeney Todd. I love this film. Then here we have Troy, starring Brad Pitt, Eric Bana, Orlando Bloom. Wolfgang Peterson film, very epic. Then is The Departed, which includes a screenplay with it. I love this film. One of my favorite Leonardo DiCaprio films. I thought Leo DiCaprio, Jack Nicholson, and Matt Damon should have been nominated for an Oscar. Then we have the Keanu Reeves film, Street Kings. I like his performance in this. And then The Lookout, very underrated film with Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Jeff Daniels, writer of Get Shorty and Out of Sight. Another underrated film is Lucky Number 11. Kansas City Shuffle, Bad Dog. I love Lucky Number 11. Such a great film with Josh Hartnett, Bruce Willis, Ben Kingsley, Morgan Freeman. Great film. Then to continue with Robert Rodriguez and Tarantino, I have El Mariachi on DVD. And then, to continue the Mexico trilogy, we have Desperado. Such an awesome film. And then the tour de force of Once Upon a Time in Mexico. I love Johnny Depp in this movie. This movie is just awesome. And then to continue, we have Sin City. Great film. One of my favorite adaptations of a graphic novel comic book series. And it took a long time and is shorter, but I also like Sin City, A Dame to Kill For. Nice little addition for the short anthologies of Sin City. Then, Django Unchained. I like this movie. Plus, you get to see Jamie Foxx just cap a whole bunch of races. Then, for Tarantino, we have Kill Bill. And then, Kill Bill Volume 2. I love this film. One of my favorite Tarantino films, even though they're both one film. Then, to get to some classics, is Reservoir Dogs. I like this film. And then it's a little wear and tear, but I have Pulp Fiction. Has like the original poster. Then we have some Kurt Russell with Escape from New York. The name's Pliskin. Call Me Snake with Escape from LA. Then I have a film called The Saint with Val Kilmer. I actually really like this movie. It has a feeling of the first Mission Impossible. Director of Clear and Present Danger and Patriot Games. Gives a good performance in this. To kind of mix it up, this is a Blu-ray box set of The X-Files. Includes the first film and I Want to Believe. Then we have the complete series of The X-Files. So it's like Season 1 of The X-Files. Season 2. Season 3, Season 4, and I actually sold a whole bunch of college textbooks and got these at Hastings for a cheap price. Season 5, I think they're like $9 a season. So I like separated it through 2 semesters and got half and half. Season 6, and in between that we have Season 7. And then it starts to kind of go down, but it's still a solid season. Season 8, I feel like this is a season that should have ended it with Mulder and Scully and their kid together. But then Mulder leaves, and we have Season 9, the final season at the time. Not bad. And then we had the recent event series, which is like Season 10. So that's not bad. The truth is still out there. Then we have Terminator, the Sarah Connor Chronicles. Great underrated show. I actually like this better than any of the movie sequels. And then Season 2 of Terminator, the Sarah Connor Chronicles. And moving to the actual Terminator film is the original trilogy. So we have The Terminator. Dun 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 dun. Then we have a little Extreme Edition die-cast metal case of T2, Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Then we have Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines. And then we have Lethal Weapon 1 through 4, director's cuts of 1 through 3. I love this film series. I grew up on Lethal Weapon. Then here we have The First Blade, the film that started it all. This is very old. Then we have Blade 2. Blade Trinity, not the best, but I got it for completion's sake. It was like $4. The extended version's much better. Then as a vampire enthusiast, I have the complete legacy collection of Dracula from the 30s. Bela Lugosi along with its sequels. Dracula's Daughter is probably my favorite. Then there's Son of Dracula, a film that's not very good, but it's okay on its own for what a PG-13 Dracula could go, is Dracula Untold. Very kind of Legacy of Kain-like. My favorite is Bram Stoker's Dracula by Francis Ford Coppola. This movie's brutal. Brilliant performance by Gary Oldman, Anthony Hopkins, Winona Ryder. And Keanu Reeves is okay. I know where to bury the bastard, at Colfax Abbey. I don't know why, I just remember that. Fright Night. Underrated 80s vampire film. Probably my favorite 80s vampire film with Lost Boys. Then, this is a TV miniseries of Salem's Lot with Rob Lowe and Donald Sutherland. I like Stephen King's novel, and this isn't too bad. It's pretty good on its own. I found it at Halloween at Walmart, so it's actually a pretty solid movie if you have enough time. Then is a great in-depth documentary called Never Sleep Again about the Nightmare on Elm Street film series. I love this. It's like 4 hours long with interviews with the cast and crew, including Wes Craven, just everyone. It's a very in-depth documentary. If you're a fan of the Freddy Krueger series, check this out. Then we have the Nightmare on Elm Streets. I used to just own 1, 3, and 7, but then 1 got scratched up and I need to watch it on Halloween, so I got the 4 film favorites. And then 5 through Freddy vs. Jason. To continue Wes Craven, I got Red Eye. Very intense suspense film. I love this film. One of my favorite Wes Craven films. And then the Scream trilogy. What's your favorite scary movie? And then you have Scream 4. Not bad. I like that movie. And these I find at the dollar store. Insidious. And then Insidious Chapter 2. A little blurry in the back, I apologize. Insidious Chapter 3. And then we have The Brothers Grimm, another underrated film by Terry Gilliam, starring Matt Damon and Heath Ledger. I actually like this movie quite a bit. It's a little weird and zany like Van Helsing, but it's not too bad on its own. And then, oh no, it's Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice! I love this film. Classic with Michael Keaton, Gina Davis, Alec Baldwin. Directed by Tim Burton. Also has a very young Winona Ryder. I love Beetlejuice. Since I'm on this side, I'll just continue. We have Young Guns. I love this movie. I'll Make You Famous. That's a number 2. But still. Then, Young Guns 2. One of my favorite Emilio Estevez movies. Emilio! And then we have Before Sunrise, Before Sunset. And I actually want to get the Criterion version of this trilogy. But right now I just have the DVD. And then Before Midnight. Such a great film series. One of my favorite trilogies. To kind of go into Ethan Hawke, we have Reality Bites, directed by Ben Stiller. Another Winona Ryder film. Then I kind of blend Winona Ryder and Ben Stiller with comedies. So it's like Mr. Deeds with Adam Sandler. Sneaky, sneaky. Then we go to Ben Stiller with Starsky and Hutch. Not like the TV show, but not bad. I actually like it. It's funny. And then Tropic Thunder. And then this is like an underrated little film that was originally called Riders, but it's Stuck in Love, I caught on Netflix. And I actually liked it with Greg Kinnear, Jennifer Connelly, Logan Lerman, Lily Collins. And I saw it at Target in like the discount bin, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get it in case it's off of Netflix. I don't have Netflix, so yeah, that'd be nice. Then we have all the vacation films. I love these films. These never get old. Then another Chevy Chase film called Cops and Robertsons. Very good comedy with him and Jack Palance. Robert Davi and Diane Wiest are also in it. Loaded Weapon 1. Very funny Lethal Weapon spoof. It still has a Hollywood Video thing on it. Hollywood Video. Good spoof with Samuel Jackson and Emilio Estevez. Then we have Stuck on You with Greg Kinnear and Matt Damon. Another Fairley Brothers comedy. And speaking of Emilio, we have Night at the Roxbury, What is Love? I like this film. It's stupid as hell, but funny for some reason. Will Ferrell and Chris Kattan are just great. And then one of my favorite comedies of the 90s, and I'm a Batman fan, but is Damon Wayans' Blank Man. I love this film. It's very ahead of its time. I feel like if they had a follow-up or if it was made now, it'd be really, really funny. I mean, it's a very funny movie, but I feel like it'd be more popular now. Good movie with David Alan Grier and him. And then Scary Movie, continuing with the Wayans brothers, younger ones. And then I have 2 on VHS, but I have Scary Movie 4. That's the only one I really cared for after 1 and 2. And then, Clue. Jonathan Lynn, great directed film. Probably the best film based on a board game. Very funny with Tim Curry, Christopher Lloyd, Michael McKean. All these actor and actresses here. And Jonathan Lynn, yeah, he did Distinguished Gentleman, Greedy. He's a good writer-director. He follows me on Twitter, actually. But, this is an awesome, awesome film. You keep a secret? Good, so can I. And then a classic is Jumanji. And then I have some leftover Blu-rays, DVDs, Red 2 and Men in Black 3. Not bad, I actually like it better than 2. And then over here is the 30th anniversary of the DVD version of Saturday Night Fever. And then I found this for like 20 cents at Hollywood Video when it closed, but it's Staying Alive, the sequel. Yeah, this isn't as good as Saturday Night Fever, but it's good on its own if you like dancing to 80s music. I just can't believe Sylvester Stallone directed it. The Beaver. Very underrated Jodie Foster film. Then we have James McAvoy's Duke Leto II in Children of Dune. Probably my favorite since the Kyle MacLachlan one. It's basically a sequel to the sci-fi Dune, but it's Dune Messiah and Children of Dune put together. So if you're a Frank Herbert fan, this is pretty good. Brian Tyler's music's great as well. Then we have Highlander, The Final Dimension. I actually like this better than Highlander 2. It's pretty much a choose-your-own-adventure series, but yeah, this is not a bad movie. Then we have Highlander Endgame. Sad movie, but it's cool how you have the TV Highlander and the movie Highlander in one film. Then we have American Gangster with Denzel Washington and Russell Crowe. I really love this film. I didn't care for this movie too much, but I like the unrated director's edition of Miami Vice. It's better than the theatrical, and it's good for what it is. Not like the series, but I still like it. Then you have Season 1 of Miami Vice. This one's only with bonus features. They're all pretty much the same covers. Changes with the Testarossa from the Daytona. And Season 5. So then we have Back to the Future trilogy, the first DVD set I got actually. Then the first season of Lois and Clark. Then Superman, the complete animated series. Season 10 of Smallville. Season 9. Season 8's a little bit different. I actually got like a die-cast metal version at Best Buy. Same day I got Arkham Asylum actually. Then Season 7. Season 6. Season 5. Probably my favorite with 9 and 3. Then we have Season 4. Season 3. 2. And 1. Again, these are like all the covers that are on there. And then I have Superman Doomsday lenticular motion cover. Not like the comic, but not bad. And then at the bottom here, I still need to rearrange, but I have the Boardwalk Empires. I love this show. Underrated show on HBO. Steve Buscemi as Nucky Thompson. It's during Prohibition. 2, 4, and 5 are my favorite seasons. But I do like the end of 3. Then you have season 3. And then you have season 4. These are thinner covers. I like them, but I also like the harder cardboard one. Then No One Goes Quietly. Can't Be Half a Gangster. Final season. Then I have like home videos I make. So this is like Misread, a short film I did that's available here that I did like in a Blu-ray. Kind of like really cheap. Then is the From Dreamer to Director documentary. I got it from the YouTube videos here for future generations of my family to see my experience. I drew this. That one took me a while. And that's kind of like all my looks. And then my first year at UT, some music videos I did and films. I did little things chronicling each experience. Number 2. My second year there. And then my final year there. So it's just a little chronicle of my experiences. Anyway, that is all today for my updated Blu-ray DVD collection. I did one on this channel a couple of years ago, like 4 to 5 years ago, and I just wanted to show you all out there what I am as a moviegoer, what influences me as an editor, as a filmmaker, and just a person, and what I like. Anyway, thank you for watching, and go ahead and check out my other channel. I have a video game collection video, as well as some other reviews and stuff. I went over Arrow Season 5, Flash Season 3, and I also have a ranking of my favorite Highlander films, Star Wars films, Star Trek films, and X-Men films. Anyway, I just wanted to make this video to change things up, and expect to see more fan tributes this summer. Thank you for watching.